So now let us see patient position. So the patient position is quite varying according to we are taking x-rays of maxilla or the mandible. So in case of maxilla, the ala tragus line, the ala of the nose and the tragus of the ear should be parallel to the floor of the mouth. In case of mandible, the corner of a mouth to the tragus line should be parallel to the floor, and the mid sagittal plane should be perpendicular to the floor. Now let us see film placement. So the film placement is such that occlusal dots should be at the bottom, the tooth of interest should be in the center, and the white side should face towards the tooth, and 1/4 of the film should be above the occlusal or the incisal edges, and size will be varies according to child or the adult. The size 0 can be recommended for the child and size 2 should be recommended for the adult, and it should be placed such that finger pressure has to be applied on the incisal edges area or the crown area, and the colored portion should be left, and film should be placed along the long axis. Now let us see how to take a proper radiograph of tooth of interest. So here the tooth of interest is 1 1 and 2 1. So incisor is our tooth of interest in this case, so it should be placed in the center. So we have to place film such that incisor should be in the center and in such a way that root of the incisor should be covered by the film margins. If our tooth of interest is cuspids such as canine, in such case the canine should be in the middle and such that its root is covered with the film. And in case of anteriors, we have to place film vertically. But in case of molars and premolars or the posterior teeth, we have to place film horizontally. So in case of premolar, if the premolar is our chief complaint, so we have to place such that premolar should be in the center and its root should be covered with the film margin. And in case of molar, molar should be in the center in such that its root should be covered with the film margin. Now horizontal angulation of the X-ray tube is also very important. The horizontal angulation is such that it should be perpendicular to the film. So in case the teeth will be properly aligned, we can see on the radiograph. So in such cases, the front edge of the beam 1/4 to the anterior edge of the film should be there. Horizontal angulation of X-ray tube is not proper. It is at an angulation. So we're going to see something called overlap. The image will going to be overlap and the proper caries detection will not be achieved. So now let us see what is overlap in detail. Overlap, as the name is indicating, it is nothing but overlapping of the teeth. So here the teeth will get overlap in the radiograph. So here will be overlapping of the image of two tooth. So the caries detection or the things become difficult to diagnose. So it is nothing but superimposition of one part of tooth with patient adjacent tooth if the horizontal angulation is not aligned properly. So here is the radiographic image. You can see the overlap has occurred between the molars. So we cannot see the proper roots of the molars. So the horizontal angulation is important while taking the X-ray film. In the same manner, the vertical angulation is also play a very important role. So we're going to see the vertical angulation of all the teeth, incisors, canine, premolars and molars of maxillary and mandibular teeth. So first of all, for the molar, the angulation will vary from +25 to +30. In premolar, +35 to +40. In canine, +45 to +50. In incisor, +55 to +65. In case of mandibular teeth, for the molar it will be 0. For the premolar it will be -5 to -10. For the canine, in case of mandible it will be -15 to -30. So you can see here in this case, in case of maxilla, this is a reference line from ala of the nose to the tragus of the ear. The third molar, the angulation will be +20. For the molars it will be +25. For the premolars it will be around 35. For the canine it will be around 45, and for the incisor it will be around 45 to 50. In case of mandible, now let us see the vertical angulation in case of mandible. So in case of mandible, the reference line is from corner of the mouth to the tragus of the ear. This is the reference line which I am drawing. So the X-ray beam should be perpendicular to this reference line. The vertical angulation for the third molar will be 0 in case of mandible. For the molars it will be -10. For the premolar it will be minus 15. For the canine it will be minus 20. For the incisor it will be minus 25. So what are the different errors in while taking radiograph? So there could be a foreshortening of the image. The image will become shorter than original size. So if the original size of the tooth is this, in image it will look like this. So this is called foreshortening. It is occur because of increased vertical angulation. So the vertical angulation is not proper, because of that foreshortening of the image will occur. Next error is elongation of image, in which the tooth will look longer than its original size. So elongation of image will occur. The next error while taking the radiograph is cone cut. So what is this film cone cut? So as the name is indicating, there will be a cone cut in the radiographic film. So as you can see in this diagram, this white area is nothing but a cone cut. It is occur because of not properly placed X-ray beam. If we could have placed a proper X-ray tube, so the proper imaging would have occurred. But because of wrong placement of X-ray tube, X of molars are not there and there is a cone cut. So X-ray beam is not covered entirely the film, which will lead to white area formation. So this white area formation in the film is called as cone cut. The other name for this cone cut is partial image. So the reason for this is, the causes are movement of patient's head, either patient has get moved, or the movement of X-ray tube head, either position indicating device is not aligned properly with radiographic film. So these are the reasons for the cone cut.